Hello friends, how are you doing? I hope you are doing all good. As you know that I have posted a video recently about the law of one and have described a little detail. I went into the basic detail about it, that what is Ra and who is Dawn, who is Carla. If you want to know about it, you can go and check that video, the law of one, the first video. And today I have decided to do a series of the video. I guess 4 or 5 videos there would be, and I would like to discuss in detail the densities which I mentioned. Which I've mentioned in the earlier video. As I said, there are around 8 densities, and there's too much details about these densities. So what I'm going to do is going to divide these densities in try to cover them in around 5 to 6 videos, so we can have better understanding about the densities, the concept that how each density is functioning, what are what they are doing, how they are surviving, how they are living, what are their dynamism in the daily life. I don't know. Let's dive into this and let's search it out. Okay, so as we said that the first density, like I have mentioned it, that earth, water, air and fire, solid, liquid, gas and plasma. Basically the 4 states of matter, and then there's a plasma is also there. So we are going to discuss the journal concepts, the sessions, the questions which were asked generally about the densities, and then we will also discuss the first density, because if I will go into detail like second, third, fourth, it would be 2 long videos. We don't want to go there. So let's start with the journal concepts of the densities, and then we will dive into the first density. Okay, the journal. So let's begin here with the questions and answer session. Draw. Okay, question is asking, is there any physical difference between the first and second density? Physical difference between the first and second density. For example, if I could see a second density planet and a first density planet side by side in my present condition, could I see both of them, or would they be both visible? So it's trying to understand, okay, there are 2 densities, like as the first densities, as I mentioned, is a earth, water, air, and the second is organic life, plants, animals and bacteria. So he is asking, is it possible to see them both at the same time? I'm Ra. That is correct. All of the octave of your densities would be clearly visible, were not the 4th through the 7th freely choosing not to be visible. Okay, so it is saying that all the densities, octave densities, there are 8 densities, so they would be clearly visible, but clearly visible were not the 4th through 7th freely choosing not to be visible. It is saying 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th will not be freely visible to you. Okay, then now as the major galaxy is created, and I'm assuming all of its densities, I'm assuming there are 8 densities created when this major galaxy is created. Is that correct? I'm Ra. This is basically correct. However, it is well to perceive that the 8th density functions also as the beginning density or the first density in its later stages of the next octave of the densities. Basically, what I am understanding here is that it is suggesting there are 8 densities, but the 8 densities is again going to restart and make the first density. So this is a whole circle which is continuously going on. It's like ongoing process. You understand what I'm trying to say? If that makes sense. Okay, moving to the next question. Can you give me an idea how the different colors? This is a difficult question to ask. I hardly have any words. What I'm trying to get at is how the different colors, I might say, originate as these functions, or the essence you might say, or the origin of these colors as a function of these different expressions in consciousness. I don't know if this question is sufficient. I'm Ra. This question is sufficiently clear for us to attempt explanation of what, as you have observed, is not easily grasped material for the intellectual mind. The nature of the vibration is such that it may be seen as having mathematically straight or narrow steps. These steps may be seen as having boundaries. Within each boundary, there are infinite gradations of vibrations or color. So it is saying that the colors, it is matching the colors with the vibrations. It is understanding the colors as a vibrations. However, as one approaches a boundary, an effort must be made to cross the boundary. These colors are simplest way of expressing the boundary division of your density. There is also time-space analog, which may be seen as the color itself in a modified aspect. What I have understood from this answer is that different densities have different vibrations, okay, or you can say different colors. So if you are approaching the boundary of any density, division of your density, then this time space concept is there. You can cross that, like from going from one energy level to the other energy level, you have to go through a certain system, I guess, certain gateway or maybe something which can help you to propel from one energy level, one density to another density level. That's what I'm understanding. It is saying color itself in a modified aspect. It must be modified in some form. Okay. Questioner is asking, and then what? Entity would be the simplest that would have red, orange, yellow and green activation. I am Ra. This information has been covered in previous session. To perhaps simplify your asking, each center may be seen to be activated potentially in third density. The late second density entities have a capability, if efficient use is made of experience, of vibrating and activating the green ray energy centers. Okay, the third density being, that is us, having the potential for complete self-awareness, thus has a potential for minimal activation of all energy centers. The fourth, fifth and sixth densities are those refining the higher energy centers. The seventh density is a density of completion and turning towards the timelessness and foreverness. So this paragraph is explaining it all. I think that it is saying the third density, we have potential for the complete self-awareness. We have that potential. Okay, now this is up to us if we are going there for the self-awareness, that what is our potential, what is our maximum potential we can go to, like what we can achieve with our maximum potential. So it is saying that there is a minimal activation of all energy centers. They are like, if I'm correct, it's talking about chakras, the energy centers in our body, like 7 chakras. If we able to activate all of them, these are the energy centers. So we could be operating at our higher self, like at our best, with all our potential, 100%, And then it is saying that fourth, fifth, and sixth densities are those which are like, once you are completely self-aware, okay, you have done this job, you have activated all your energy centers, now you are moving to the fourth density. When this job is finished, then the other development starts. The fourth and fifth and sixth, all these 3 densities will help to refine the higher energy centers. Right now we are working on the energy centers, but in the next fourth, fifth and sixth density will help us to refine higher energy centers. There are some other higher energy centers which we might not be aware right now. They are like behind some veil. The 7th density, and then we know that 7th density is going into the like back to being one, merging into this one, and turning towards the timelessness and foreverness. It's interesting, it's very interesting that first you have to become self-aware, then you have to work on the higher energy centers, then you are going back to self. So it's talking about whole cycle. And to a certain extent, it reminds me of the incarnation process in the Hinduism, basically. They are talking about like all these incarnations which they have to rebirth concepts. They have to come and take the have to be born to do this and do that, and refine themselves till they have to refine themselves up till the point that they can go back to their own creator and be one. It reminds me of that concept somehow. I don't know if that does to you. If it does remind you or correlate, just let me know in the comments, or you can give me your own views about it. Okay, can you tell me the purpose or philosophy behind the 4th, 5th and 6th density? Positive and negative memory complexes. I'm Raw. The basic purpose of a social memory complex is that of evolution. Okay, we know that. Okay? Beyond a certain point, the evolution of a spirit is quite dependent upon the understanding of self and other self as a creator. This constitutes the basis for social complexes. When brought to the maturity, they become social memory complexes. The 4th density, the 6th density find these quite necessary. The fifth positive uses social memory in attaining the wisdom, though this is done individually. In 5th, negative, much is done without aid of others. This is the last query, as this instrument needs to be protected from the depletion, as their brief queries before we close. Okay, so in this it is suggesting that basic purpose of a social memory complex is human being is evolution. Okay, and then there is a spirits are quite dependent upon understanding, like for the self-awareness, for the spirit development. Self-awareness is a pillar. You have to be aware of yourself, you have to be aware of your creator, then only you can attain that point in to move to the next dimension or next density. Then it's talking about, I have a question that I couldn't properly answer last night. It was asked by Morris. It had to do with the vibrations of the densities. I understand that first density is composed of the core atomic vibrations that are in the red spectrum, second in the orange, etc. And am I to understand that the core vibrations of our planets are still in the red and the second density begins are still in the orange at this time space or the space time right now, and that each density is as it exists on our planet at this time has a different core vibration, or this is incorrect? That is precisely correct. Basically the questioner is asking that at the same time on our planet Earth there is a first density and second density and third density are existing simultaneously, and the Ra is suggesting yes, that's a precisely correct answer. The specific question that I had was that it seems to me that the choice was planned to create the intense polarization past third density so that the experience would be intense past third density. Is that correct? It is suggesting that after third density the experience is very intense. I am Raw. Given that our interpretation of your sound vibration complexes is appropriate. Sound vibration complex is like what you are saying, and I think that's what it means here. That is incorrect. The intensity of the fourth density is that of the refining of the rough hewn sculpture, as it has mentioned before that in the fourth density we would be working on the higher energy centers. So it is saying it is a refining the sculpture. This is indeed in its own way quite intense, causing the mind body spirit complex to move ever inwards and onwards in its quest for fuller expression. So it is like, again, in the third density we are becoming self-aware. In the fourth density we are going into more depths of it, like more discovering ourselves. Okay. However, in the third density the statue is forged in the fire. This is the type of intensity which is not property of the fourth, fifth and sixth or seventh density. So it is saying that the one thing which we have in third density is not available in fourth, fifth and sixth densities. That is statue is forged into fire. Basically it is like we are put through the fire, like we are put through so much struggle or so much pain to grow, to develop, like it's same example like when you put a pot into the what you call the clay, I don't know burner. Okay, burner, the fire burner. So it will burn and then it has become a better pot, stronger pot. That is something like this. We have to go through certain experience the pain. We have to go through hardships in life to become what we will be when we'll reach to the fourth density. That's what I'm getting here. That's what it's trying to explain. That's what my understanding is. Why do the densities have the qualities that they have? You have named the... Sorry for that noise. You have named the densities with respect to their qualities. This density being that of the fourth density being that of love, etc. Can you tell me why this quality exists in that form? Is it possible to answer this question at all? I'm Ra. It is possible. Would you please answer that? I'm Ra. The nature of the vibratory range peculiar to each quantum of the octave is such that the characteristics of it may be described with the same certainty with which you perceive a color with your optical apparatus, if it is functioning properly. Now this is a little bit confusing for myself as well, because it's saying that as the colors are different, so the vibrations are different. So I'm unable to understand this. If any one of you can make me understand that what it is trying to say. The nature of vibratory range peculiar to each quantum of the octave is such that the characteristic of it may be described with the same certainty with... Okay, maybe it's trying to say that as the question was like why the characteristics are different for each density. Okay, so it's saying the vibrations are different. As the vibrations are different, the colors are different. So if they are different, if they are having there's a red color, there's an orange color, so red definitely have a different characteristics as compared to orange or any other color, for the matter of fact. That's what it's trying to say here, I guess, as per my understanding. Okay, so this was a general discussion about what Ra is saying about the first density, not first density, the general questions about the densities, like how many densities are there, what are they doing, and what kind of concepts are there generally. Now the first density, the first entities on this planet, what was their origin? Where were they before they were on this planet? I am Ra. These first entities upon the planets were water, fire, air and earth. So that is the first density existence, as I discussed before: water, fire, air and earth. Could you tell me about this first density of the planetary entities? I am Ra. Each step recapitulates intelligent infinity in its discovery of the awareness. In a planetary environment, all the beings in what you would call chaos, energy, undirected, random in its infinity. Slowly, in your terms of understanding, there forms a focus of self-awareness. Thus, the logos moves. Light comes to the form the darkness according to the co-creator's pattern and the vibratory rhythm, so constructing a certain type of experience. This begins with the first density, which is density of consciousness, the mineral and water, life upon our planet, learning from fire and wind and awareness of being. This is the first density. So basically it is trying to say the first density is like the first step of the consciousness, when all the things like water, air, winds, they all have a consciousness. This in itself is very big concept, that fire has a consciousness, water has a consciousness, wind has a consciousness. They all have consciousness. They all are working, as it is mentioned in many religious scriptures, that these all are ordered by God to do certain things. So over here Ra is stating same thing, that they have awareness of being. They have that consciousness. This is amazing. When you're saying it's like when you praying to the rain to rain, before people used to pray to the sun, they used to pray to fire, they used to pray to water. There were religions which were doing this. So maybe there is some reality connecting to this concept. Okay, the question: does the first density then progress to the greater awareness? The spiral energy, which is characteristics of what you call light, moves in a straight line. Spiral, thus giving spirals on an inevitable vector upwards to more comprehensive beginnings with regards to the intelligent infinity. Thus, first dimensional beingness strives toward the second density lessons of a type of awareness which includes a growth rather than dissolutions or random changes. So it is suggesting that light moves in a straight form, and yes, the first density beings are moving towards the second density with self-awareness and development of their consciousness. That's what they are doing. When the first density is formed, I am going to make a statement of my understanding, and if you will correct me, I will intuitively see the first density being formed by an energy center that is a vortex. Thus, vortex then causes these spinning motions that I have mentioned before of the light. Vibrations, which is light, which then starts to condense into the materials of first density. Is that correct? I'm wrong. This is correct. As far as your reasoning has taken you, however, it is well to the point. Out of that, the logos has the plan of all the densities of the octave in the potential completion before entering the space-time continuum in the first density. Thus, the energy center exists before they are manifested. Okay, this is simply they are stating that yes, the energy centers are existing even before the manifestation. An energy center that is a vortex. Even in the first density, the energy centers exist. We are in the third density and we talk about the energy centers. Yes, they are very highly developed. It is just that we have not tapped into that power of the potential which we have not uncovered yet. So there's the concept which is discussed a lot right now is the Great Awakening. Aaron Doughty is discussing it. Brent Scout is discussing it. I have been following them, big fan of them. So yes, it is very interesting concepts. If you want to go through you can find them at the YouTube channels. They are also at Instagram and different platforms. They are present. They are very, very enlightening for me. I'm going to the next question. I'm going to ask some questions now that may be a little off center of what we were trying to do. I'm not sure because I'm trying to, with these questions, unscramble something that I consider to be very basic to what we are doing. Please forgive my lack of ability in questioning, since this is a difficult concept for me. Could you give me an idea of the length of the first and second density that occurred for this planet? This is a very interesting question. This is very interesting. I love it because I am also interested in how long the density is. Basically, I think it's the time, when Ra is talking, it's saying there's no concept of time, but then as a human being, we are very interested in time, what time, where we are. So Ra is like, I'm Ra. There's no method of estimation of the time and space before the timelessness gave way in your first density. To the beginning of your time, the measurement would be vast, and yet this vastness is meaningless. Upon the entry into the constructed space-time, your first density spanned a bridge of space-time and time-space, or perhaps 2 billions of your years. So it is saying around 2 billion years, first and second density space. Second density is more easily estimated as represents your longest density in terms of the span of time. We may estimate that this time as approximately 4.6 billion. So we can say the first density is 2 billion years and 4.6 is the second density. The approximations are exceeding rough due to the somewhat uneven development which is characteristics of creations which are built upon the foundation stone of free will. So we can see that the life, the Big Bang Theory, the concept of that, even in the biology, there is a concept that single atom was born first and then slowly and gradually, it started to come into a living being, and then it grew into the multicellular organism. Then it kept growing like that, as it says that humans have evolved from the monkeys and chimpanzees. So to a certain extent, this does make sense that the first density in which there was a single cell organisms were there, then it move to the second, that is like, but it happened in like 2 billion years of the time. It's just not 2 years or 3 years, it's 2 billion years, my god. And then the second density took around 4.6 billion years. So wow, it's a huge time. These approximation are like, again, it's saying that's a rough estimation because they don't have a sense of time in their sixth density. So characters of creation which are built upon the foundation stone of free will. Okay, I understand your limitation in answering that. Thank you. Could you tell me how in the first density wind and fire teach earth and water? This is again interesting. Like, yes, I'm raw. You may see the air and fire of that which is chaos as a literally illuminating and forming the formless. For the earth and water were in the timeless state, unformed. Okay, as the active principles of fire and air blow and burn incandescently about that which nurtures that which is to come, the water learns to become sea, lake and river, offering the opportunity for viable life. The earth learns to be shaped, thus offering the opportunity for the viable life. My god, this is very interesting, and it's suggesting that it is saying here that how air and fire, you see that fire and air works together. Without air there would not be fire. So they are forming the formless, and the earth and water were in the timeless state, unformed. Okay, so when water started flowing, it started making a way for the life, viable life, to give room to the life to breathe, to be born, and in the same way the earth learns to be shaped, thus offering the viable life options on the surface of it. So this is very interesting, that how these four basic components, that is wind, fire, earth and water, combine together to make what we call life today. That brilliant concept. So yes, this is the end of the first density question and answer session, and oh god, this is very mind-boggling kind of things which I have read right now. I definitely would like to have your contribution to this, that what do you think about these concepts, how much they have enticed you, are you interested in this, how they have, like, what kind of answers you have in your mind, what kind of discussions do you have in your mind, do you think that this is possible, or do you think this is not possible, anything, if you want to share your views. Thank you for watching this, and thank you for visiting my channel. Stay tuned for the second density, we will be doing it soon. Hope to catch you later. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.